So far so good at a viewpoint along the Mai Mahiu Naivasha Road. Look at that beautiful view. It's about 9, so far so good. Let's see how the day will hold up. Curious shop over there. Our means of transport over there. By the way, I forgot about a hat. Jesus, I've just remembered nikiziona. So I've got my water with me. I've got a change of clothes just in case I really hope I don't need to use it. I've got a hiking stick, and so I'm just waiting for the guys, you know, the youths to come and pick me up so that we can go together. It's about 90 kilometers from Nairobi, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll try to keep you updated as much as possible. This is what we were actually seeing in the news. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. My goodness. So we are here at 9:52.
Yes.
Wow. We are so on time. What was the ETA?
Expected time of arrival.
Ama wajui ETA ni nini?
Wala nimesema expected time of arrival. So that ule mtu ajui. Have you noticed the cars that are here are always big, eh?
So here I am at the starting point. The coordinates, altitude and everything is there. This hike is gonna take us up to 9,000 feet, and we've taken some time at the counter or at the entry, and now let's see what we can do. It's almost 11, and this hike takes about 4 to 6 hours. Let's see how it's gonna turn out. So I have confirmed with the clock. It's around 10:30. That's when I'm beginning the hike. So 4 hours will be 2:30, 5 hours will be 3:30, and 6 hours will be 4:30. So the earliest I can be here is 2:30, but because I'm a little bit unfit, then that means that the earliest I can expect myself back down here, the starting point is 3:30. Let me give myself average, medium, the bell. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. But looks like a lovely day. I forgot the hat. I've got my walking stick here. I've got my reusable water bottle here, and I'm good to go. I'm among the last guys. I'm actually the last guy, so let me try my best. So God help me. That's how the scenery looks like. Lovely, lovely, lovely scenery. Those are the young guys that I pastor and mentor, and that's how it is. I hope next time I can be able to carry along my immediate guys, and then we see how they perform. So again, let's see how it goes. There is a campsite here, so if you feel like camping, you can camp here, and I think you'll get a very, very good place to camp. This is just near the entrance, so it shouldn't be a problem. We've got some wild animals in the distance. Still looking good, still early to call. Crater 2.5, main gate 600, so I've only done 600. Jeez. So I have officially begun the climb. This is it. No turning back. There is absolutely no turning back. God help me. So it's like four-wheel driving. You decide which line works for you, and then you go with the line. So that's where the main gate is. That's how it looks like, going up slowly. Remember, it's 2.5 kilometers to the crater. Really a big crack in the ground. The wild animals I was talking about looks like the big family from you can see gazelles or antelopes, then the big ones over there. So I'm now at an altitude of 22, 21, and we are still going up. I'm panting, but not like crazy. So far so good. There are my guys, so I'm not far off behind. But if you can hear me, that's how I sound. Let me try to put my face. That's how I'm looking like as I go up. Great, 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 great. I've got another steep ascent ahead, and so far so good. So down there is where the gate is. Yeah, we still keep going up, and that's what it is. Looks like the earth could not hold together. That's why we have stairs here. Yeah, Dante. We have stairs here because the earth couldn't hold it anymore. Ah, man, I've got beads of sweat on me. I feel like my right side is not working properly. Good progress. I don't know what time it is. What time is it, Brenda?
It is 11:03.
That's half an hour later.
Yeah.
That's how far we have come, or I have come.
Yes, Dante.
This is how I look like. Oh my God. Anyway, a luta continua. This seems like the middle point for the ascent, but I'm not so sure. But it looks like it. Hey, we need to go up there, and that's where the challenge is. So I've just passed what should be the middle point, and so far I think I'm feeling my lungs, my left side especially, my left foot, and somewhere along the back seems to be in a world of its own. It's exhibiting some symptoms which are not good. Man, I need to be deliberate about, physical fitness, not this thing of just, the lifestyle of the urban setup where you drive to work, you're seated on your seat, even when it's someone's, you're seated, you stand up, you deliver the someone and go home. So I need to be deliberate about this, but so far so good. I know by God's grace I'm gonna make it. So let me soldier on and get up there. That's Lake Naivasha there in the distance. So I began the second climb going up, and I said left leg. I think this hike has taken its toll on my mind. It's the right leg that has an issue, I guess, because of driving automatic cars or any other. But anyway, I'm gonna get to the top there. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna complete that 14 or 15 kilometer circuit. So down there should be my Mayu. Then I pan it. There should be Naivasha, where we shall be headed to once we are done with this. So still got a little bit of an incline, but we'll get it done. Look at how deep that gully is. That's how deep. So these routes are basically water runs down them. So that means they are prone to failure. Oh. Let me get that. So that's the lake over there. Look at that. Look at that crack I showed you earlier. That's how far we've come. That's where the gate is, down there. So far so good. Situation up here. You're just beside where you're going up. It's extremely steep. Man, look at that. I have to go all the way. I don't know where the peak is, but I think I'm almost there. So finally, I made it to the peak. Like the signboard said, now I've got 7.2 kilometers to go around like that, and then come back to this point and go down. It's a bit technical, but oh, my friend Brenda, you're here. Are you going round? Okay, fine. Let me go around.
Okay.
That's how the crater looks like. I don't want to move close. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah. So many trees.
What did you learn in geography? What happened down there? That's where the volcanic ash came from.
Crater.
But there's smoke there. Can you see some smoke over there?
Yeah.
So it means
I think it's fog or mist.
There's some smoke over there. No, that is literally smoke. Look over there.
Yeah.
So it means this thing, why we say it's dormant, it could actually be alive.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me proceed on. What time is it right now? Brenda, what time is it?
Okay, the time is...
So this is where I'm going next. Once Brenda tells me the time, I can tell you how much time I've taken.
11:42, 1 hour.
1 hour 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's great. I think 1 hour 10 minutes just to do around 3.5 kilometers coming up looks good on me, because I'm keeping up with the youngsters, and you know, I'm a generation or two before them. So I think I'm doing pretty good. But as I was coming up, God just hit me with something, because I normally believe every activity you do, there's something you need to learn. So I'm looking at this like life. This hike is like life. So you have life, and within life you have career, you have family, you have God, that is your faith. And so this looked just like life as a function of those three things that I've mentioned. And so I knew coming into this I'm unfit. I never do exercise I need to do, but I don't. And because my schedule sometimes does not allow, the kind of life I live doesn't give me room. But I think coming out of this, I need to be more intentional. But anyway, getting back to the point, this is like life, and those three things that I've mentioned. And so what happens is that you are running your own race. You are charting your own path. Yes, we are in it together, because I came with my group here. But you are, like right now, some people are farther ahead. But I said, because I'm unfit, I'm just gonna go at my pace. So I've done 1 hour 10 coming up, so 7.2 going round. I believe I should take 2 hours, and then I do another hour going down. So this is the same thing. You are running your own individual race, even though we are in it together. And God also reminded me of David. You see, David couldn't go and fight Goliath in Saul's, armor and equipment or tools or machinery or whatever. So you can't also employ someone else's strategy. There are those who are moving too fast on this hike, but I'm just moving slow a meter per minute. Anyway, I'm kidding. But I know, once I know it's 4 hours, I know I have 4 hours, I have 5 hours, I can still do it in 6 hours. Because I think the quick guys do it in 4 or less. The average guys, I want to consider myself average, though I'm working towards the 4, do it in 5. And then the maybe slow guys do it in 6. But generally, that's how life is. You are running your race. You can't copy somebody. You can't be in a competition with somebody. They can challenge you. They can motivate you. They can do all these things to just make you maybe push yourself harder, work harder, and all that. But at the end of the day, it's your personal responsibility. It's a personal race. That's how it is. And that's how you're going to walk it. So I think that's the biggest lesson for me as I walk this. And I think that's the lesson that I'll be able to share with the young people once we are done with this. Because I could hear the ones who are ahead, you know, just pushing the ones who are behind to hurry up. And I'm behind with the others and I'm saying, you know, it's your own race. You run it the way you can run it. And I believe that's my biggest encouragement to you. David couldn't use Saul's armor to fight Goliath. So he had to use the stones he's used to, the sling he's used to. Actually, that's what even God asks Moses. What do you have in your hand? Not, can you go and get something from Aaron's hand or Jethro's hand or somebody else's hand? No. It's all about you and God. It's all about you and what is ahead of you. So when you get married, is personal. How you relate with Jesus is personal. How you do your career is personal. Don't be pressured by others. Do it your way, and I pray that God satisfies you. So the hike isn't done. I'm still gonna show you how things are moving, and if you see me doing this preaching, it means things are moving well. There are no steep inclines, but I'm at the top of the crater. I'm now going round and doing the 7.2 kilometers that I told you about. So keep it locked and let's see what happens. So I've got a steep incline coming up ahead again. That's how the crater is a bit scary. I'm not very good with heights. Yeah, that's how far we've come. If I push it this way, that's how far the gate is. That's where Lake Naivasha is. That's where my Mayu is. That's where I've come from. And this is where I'm headed. So far, so good. So let me try to push it. I got 2 hours to do this, to go around, and then 1 hour to go down. I found this guy on my path, just doing his thing. But up here, there are flies. I think they're looking for the wild animals of whom we've come among, and they're looking for a way to join them. So I'm really trying to walk fast so that even if they wanna stick on me, they ain't got nothing on me. But also I need to mention the stick that I showed you for hiking has come in handy, and on top of that, the weather is just favorable because it's cool, and because it's cool, I'm not having a hard time. I carried water. I'm here to still take even a sip. I'm battling flies. That's why you can see the camera shaking. Yeah, but generally the weather is favorable, so if I can be able to push it before there's any big change, I'll be good. It's cool. I got the stick. It really helps. I've never hiked with a stick, but today I've seen its value. So when I bring my guys here, we should be good to go, because I think we'll have sticks, and then we'll see how we can do this. Yeah, so I still continue. Should have covered maybe 1 kilometer or 2 at this point. yeah, I continue going round. I decided to go round anti-clockwise, so I turned to my right, and then that's it. So again, Naivasha still is on my right, on the other end. Yeah, this is how the wild looks like over here. Remember I told you that these parts, they are also the parts that rainwater, rolls down the hill or the mountain. So that's why they've put those sacks there, so that at least it can minimize the erosion. So far so good. I don't know if I've done half this crater, but I'm confident I should be between 2 and 3 kilometers. And ahead, it seems like I still have some steep incline over there, but I think once I'm done with that, I should be good to go. You can see some of my guys up there, so you can see how fast they are. Yeah, and then I'm gonna tell you again what God has inspired me again about just running your own race a little later in the video. Look at that. Look at that, God's creation. Look at those rocks. Man, this is so beautiful. Look at the crater. That's how it looks. So I should have come from somewhere over there. Not really sure. Yeah. Remember I was saying, I've gone hiking before, but I've never really carried a hiking stick like I've done today. And so what that has taught me is that, you can always do things and think that there are certain tools, certain skills, maybe certain requirements that because you just do without them, they are not necessary. But today, I have appreciated how the stick can help you when it comes to steep ascending inclines, or steep ascents for that matter. And again, remember I said I came into this knowing that I'm unfit. So the young ones kept posting in the group that you need to keep fit. But with my schedule, I knew that getting time to even keep fit is a big challenge. But I said, I'm gonna do it. And that has reminded me or taught me that, you don't have to be limited by, again, a requirement. The requirement was you need to be fit. Even the warden said, and the organizer, that if you feel you cannot do it, don't do it. And I said, I'm not gonna quit here. I'm gonna do this. And yeah, so I've been doing it. But what I've learned is just get in where you are. You will find your rhythm. You will find your pace along the way, and you will run your race. The only thing is don't stop, because now I can't stop. I have to keep going until I get to the end. And that has reminded me there are some things in my life that I took a break and I haven't finished them. And I'm praying to God, God help me finish those things. And if you're out there also, that's your situation, I pray to God that you'll pick up yourself again and you will run with His strength, with His grace, and you will finish it. Man, what do you have to say in the comments? Gotten to this point and I'm literally in the clouds. This is so unreal. You can see it. I'm literally in the cloud. But anyway, let me keep pushing. What you're seeing right here is a very steep incline. The camera doesn't do it justice. And on top of that, just look at this. It's gravel. What that means is it really slows you down. I think at this point I can jump into my The other lesson I said I would be able to tell you as I go up. You know, in the book of Philippians chapter 3, Paul talks about forgetting what lies behind and focusing on what is ahead, what God is making out of him, what God has in store for him, and the goal, the promise that God has for him. And as I was coming up, God was teaching me that, you see, now I'm in the bush here. I have no option but to make sure I complete this thing. So it's important for you also, once you jump into the journey, once you jump into that course, you jump into Christianity, you jump into that marriage, you jump into that business, think long term. Think long term, because that is what is going to keep you going. Because this going is tough, but I'll keep going because I got my focus, like Paul, on the end. So may God help you as you look at the things that you need to focus on, the things that are important in your life, and really, really focus on them. Look at that. That's how treacherous this place is. But Lake Naivasha, here we come. Look at that feature. Whoa. Bado tunaendelea. Hopefully that will be the peak. Well, 2780 meters above the sea. Kilele, we are there. How many hours? What is the time?
It's 12:37.
12:37. 10:30 to 12:30 is 2 hours just to get to the peak. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful country. We are in the clouds, how's you? That's where we've come from. Man. But now taking a break. Now it's down. It's gravel.
Now this is tough.
Whether you're going down or up, it doesn't matter. They are all tough. Look at that. We are in the clouds. Just when I thought I was done with the inclines, steep ascending inclines, I have to go down, then go up there. But no problem. I got myself into this. I'm gonna finish this. It's amazing that within 2 hours, I was able to get to the peak. I don't know if that's 50%. Not really sure, but I guess once I get to the end of this crater, after circling it, the time will give me an idea. Look at those features. Look at that. Look at what God created. My goodness. No. From this point on, I think it's just relatively downhill. Look at those great features. Look at that. Look at that far end. I've met some guys. They are telling me no pain, no gain. And I'm asking them, now that you talk about no pain, no gain, I'm asking myself, what is the gain in this? But anyway, it was on a light note. There's so much that God can teach you when you're just out here alone with Him. Yeah, so let me continue. I believe now no more steep accents, maybe just steep descents, which are not easy also, but we're gonna get it done by the strength of God, by the grace of God. And I thought I was done with the steep inclines. I see another one. And you know, whether you're going up or down, they all have their unique challenges, because as I was coming down, I realized my feet or my muscles are now trembling. No sooner was I digesting that, then I slid and fell on my back. So in life, there will always be challenges, but you have to rise up, dust yourself, and keep going. So let me keep going. I'm gonna do this. So let me give you a 360 view. I believe I started off somewhere there. I have come round until that highest peak. And then I believe I've been coming through this section all the way up here. Now, look at that landscape. Look at what God created. So I still have to go down, and yeah, let me keep going down and see what the future holds as far as this hike is concerned. Look at that landscape. That's the Great Rift Valley. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? This looks like soil you can build with. So I still have to do that, and then I think after that it should be relatively easy. That looks like Mahimayu. The crack I was telling you is down there. The gate is down there. I hope it doesn't rain. Yeah, I hope it does, and it looks like hizo nini zimeanza kurain. The drops. I can see some smoke in these places. I've heard some voices. I suspect it is charcoal being burnt. Yeah, so as I was walking, maybe I need to turn the camera, then I explain that. So as I've been walking, you can see that cool scenery behind me. I came to a point, I think around 3-hour mark, when, you know, I had just picked up my pace. I was moving so nicely. Even the leg that had an issue was no longer an issue. It had behaved itself. And then it reminded me of David and his soldiers, when at one time they went to a battle. The battle was so fierce, so long, until the Bible says that their hands and their swords became like one. So I think I've reached that point. I have become one with the trail. And so my encouragement at this point is this: once you start, once you are in the journey, once you have embarked on the journey, you will just become one with whatever you are doing. And you can only succeed. So I'll give you another one a little later. I'm also trying to preserve the battery because we still have to go to Naivasha for lunch and then back to Nairobi. But so far so good. I'm impressed. Oh, after a long trek or hike, this is the home stretch. You can see the office over there is 7 minutes to 3. So remember, I told you 4 hours was 2:30. So we've done it in 4.5 hours. And that's giving it a lot of time, because this is a distance I can cover in 5 minutes. So basically, I'll be there at 3, which is still 4.5 hours anyway. Yeah, so we are here. We thank God. We move to the next thing, Naivasha. Sindio, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. just a simple life I have learned.
Hapa mtang'ang'aniwa my friend.
Hao wanakuanga na hiyo design. Wanakuja.
Hakuna mtu mwenye unajua.
Well, we finally got here at Karegata or something like that. That's how the beach is called here in Naivasha, and that's about 4. And so I've just been in the bus, just chilling because the hike took a toll on me. So I said, let me come relax, and I've got a long Sunday ahead of me. I've got a very important function tomorrow at church, and so I really need to get that rest. I really need to get that energy back and all that. And coupled to that, I had a word with the driver, and the driver was telling me he's gonna use the Maimayu route, and that route has a lot of trucks or trailers. So I know that I had intended to be home by 8. That may not be the case. So that rest works well in my favor. I'm now just strolling, and I feel like my muscles are not badly off. So we are here to have lunch. We made our order at that 4, and they are preparing the fish for us. So I was just chilling as I wait. So the next thing that now will happen is as I take this stroll, just to confirm where are we as far as that lunch is concerned. So we have that fish, and then we go back to Nairobi. Meanwhile, the youngsters here have gone for boat rides. There's horse rides. I've seen some on horse rides, camel rides, bike rides. There are so many activities that you can do here at Karegata Beach. And that's what, anyway, they came to have fun, and that's what it is all about. But me, I chose to just sit back and get my energy back, so that at least tomorrow I can function at optimum levels. So that's what it is all about. So as I stroll, I'm gonna be also finding out where we are as far as that meal is concerned. I feel like my skin has, it's another earth layer. It's another earth layer. There's a lot of particles on my skin. I'm really looking forward to taking a bath. Anyway, that's where I am at right now. It's about 5, and yeah, I was hoping to be out of here by 6, and let's see what happens even as the evening progresses. It's now time for our meal. Everybody is back, and so I think this is the place we've been directed to. So let's settle in, and then we'll dig in. The fish is fishing. This is how it's going down.
Here is the kasubi.
Anyway, I have to bring this video to a close, but the bottom line is that you can actually do anything. You know, Paul, when he's writing to the Philippians, when he wrote to the Philippians in chapter 4 verse 13, he clearly stated that he could do all things through the strength that comes from Christ. And so coming out of this hike, I'm coming out of this hike with a very simple thing, or a very simple reminder or teaching or principle, that I can actually do anything that I put myself to, because I'm backed up by Christ. And because of that, I don't think I need to fear anything. And it's the same encouragement I'm giving to you, that you can literally put yourself to something that looks tough, that looks menacing, and you can actually, overcome it. You can actually be able to conquer, just like, again, Paul tells the Romans that they were more than conquerors in Christ. So we are more than conquerors. We have the strength. God has given us the ability to do it. He told Joshua that, I am with you. You can go this way and I will be with you and you will prosper. So we have every divine resource that we need from God, and we can be able to do anything, and we can be able to succeed. So if there's something that you've been looking forward to doing, it has been looking tough, you've tried it again and again, you've not succeeded, just try it one more time before you throw in the towel. And as you do that, just rely, or what do I call it, draw from the strength that comes from Christ, and you will be able to do it. So thank you for following this video, and thank you for just being an encouragement through the views and every other thing. And although I'm shooting this a little bit later, because that the hike ended at night, but as I finish, I pray that you subscribe. I pray that you support me with a like, comment, and all those. And you can always interact with me in the comment section, and God will bless us. So God bless you, God keep you, and see you in the next one.